Hello guys, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to our podcast with me Sekar Kinanti and my friend Syahrilla.
Hello everyone.
On this podcast, we want to talk about the biggest challenge.
We know that everyone must have different challenge every day, but all of them must have the biggest challenge they face. So, what are the biggest challenge in your life, Sekar?
Yes, it's really true. Everyone must have a big challenge in their life. Talking about challenge, actually a lot. But a big challenge for me when I decide to make gap year. Yeah, I postponed a year to go to college. It was a tough decision I had to make because I failed to enter public university.
Wow, I didn't really expect, Sekar. It turned out uh, you to decided postpone a year to go to college.
Yep, taking the risk of delaying a year, even though my other friends, my best friend, are already in college. Talking about gap year, I want to know what do you think about it lah?
Well, last year I wanted to get to because I never talked about going to college. But after I talked about it, it was really hard to make a gap year. One of them, there will definitely be a feeling of being lazy to study. But back to everyone must different.
Yeah, it's true. There must be a lot of trial, like what I felt last year. Like I want to hang out with my friend, I want to traveling or just being lazy all the time. But yeah, I have to focus on my goals. What do I want to do?
Nah, that's really true. That's what I imagine if I decide to get here. If I'm in your position, I have been hang out with my friend. But yeah, definitely back to each person.
Yeah, that's true.
So, what did you do during the gap year?
I tutored for a year.
What college you won last year, Sekar?
I applied to many college and one of them is UPN Veteran Yogyakarta and United States of Yogyakarta.
What makes you feel that it's your biggest challenge?
I think because I failed to enter the public college, yeah, it's make me feel like really down at the time. I feel like a failure. I have disappointed my parents, my friends, and also I'm disappointed with myself.
Yes, I know your feelings, Kyle. You can down but still enthusiastic about living and renewing yourself. And in the end, your fight make many lessons you have. I salute to you because you can throw this and succeed in your own way. Sorry behind the plan that we have planned there are still tools were arranged or rains Allah. It feels like after the rainstorm hits there, must be rainbow after it.
Yeah, I'm agree with you. Alhamdulillah, Allah has heard all my prayers. And for all my friends who hear this podcast, who are just feeling down, don't be discouraged ya. I know you guys can get over it all as long as we keep praying and working hard. So I want to ask you back lah, what is your biggest challenge?
For me, the biggest challenge is when we are teenager. One of them is finding our true identity. We are created to be people who are responsible, independent, optimistic, ambitious, rational, and many more to face adulthood. And then we are not perfect people, right?
Yeah.
Even have weakness, and little by little we will definitely lost our original nature, where we can go our own way. And to change the good personality, there must be obstacle, whether from parents, friends, or other. It is certain that when we are adult, we have goals, desires, and many more. And this is our responsibility as a human. To get here, there are many obstacles and challenges.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Last year I decided to not to go to college, but want to enter an official school, namely STAN,
Wow.
from 2 years before. Yes, from 2 years before this, I started studying the material. When I wanted to register, STAN was closed,
Oh my god.
and yeah, and fourth to go to college. Alhamdulillah, it turned out that Allah allowed me to study on college. I tried that space too, but failed instead too.
Oh, I'm so sorry for this.
Yeah, maybe this is the best way that God offered for me, and this is the beginning of the challenge of finding out yourself. There are still many challenges waiting for us later. If a poor teenager, after turning 17 years of age, are free to find their identity, even allowed to follow religion according to their belief, there are also those who are free to start their own business. As we know, the CEO of Facebook,
Yeah.
for them to be successful, it requires great sacrifice. Namely, they've dropped out of the best Harvard universities and their many more struggle until they find where the identity, life, and love for something.
Yeah, as humans, we can indeed the plan, but only Allah can determine. I really agree with you, lah. As a teenage, we who is growing up, of course, we shouldn't be discouraged, facing many challenges in life, for example. It's really tough for our discussion this time, right? Talking about identity, I'm still asking about that to myself too. Like, where do I want after I graduate from college, or what my goals for the next five
Yes.
years? Yeah, I still have to set all of that, of course, and have to think carefully.
Yeah, that's true, Scar. That's our job. The most important thing is what we want to be. Tomorrow, we must be able to become human beings who human is human and benefit other humans. Because the highest degree we are, if we cannot respect other people, make other happy, it is useless.
Yeah, I really agree. Life is too serious is also not good. Of course, we also want to
Yes.
make other people happy, not just keep it alone. Spread your happiness, things that can be described according to me.
Yeah, I really want to scream now. Talk about happiness, it feel like can be explained.
Just shout out lah, it's okay, but not be loud.
No, the next word will hear, Scar.
Okay, I think that's enough for the podcast this time.
Yes, we have discussed a lot for this podcast. We share stories about the biggest challenge.
Yeah, it's so fun.
And yeah, thank you for listening to our podcast for approximately 7 minutes.
Yeah, thank you guys. And yeah, before we end this podcast, I have something to say to all of you guys. Don't be discouraged. Just trust on yourself if you can through all of your problem. I believe on you and you must believe on yourself too. Cheer up. And yeah, see you on next podcast. Bye-bye.
See you.
Assalamualaikum guys.